So, hello, welcome back. A quick service announcement, which I'll probably turn into a 10-minute video anyway, but you can stop when we are done. So, it's about a new smallrig part, and we were, of course, at least I am involved in the ZVE1, which we did quite a few videos on already, and smallrig that I already have contact with, as you might know when you're watching this channel. I've been talking with their designers for the last 2 weeks, I think, and yeah, they're ready to announce, and you can pre-order one of the cages for this camera. So let me show you. That's the only reason why I don't have it in hand. There's no prototype at the moment, um, but you can all pre-order it now, and that's kind of the goal of this video. So if you go to the smallrig site, and sorry for the black borders because I'm just sending this from my iPad, you can see it's on new arrivals. There are two models. So one is without the grip in the front, and the other is with the grip in the front. But normally I would select pre-orders because there you should be able to find them. And you can see there's two models. One is the 4257 and the other one is the 4256. They're $44 and $59. Keep in mind that still get some taxes added when you're shipping it to different countries. So let's look at it quickly. Just go through the pictures. As you can see, you can pre-order. It just went online and already sold 24 of them. At least that's what they say. And the other one probably also another 10. So they are going. I wouldn't say quickly, but they are going. I'm not sure how big the batch is for the first run that they are doing. If I would have to guess, they are making a few hundred in the first batch. But you can see it's a traditional looking and quite well thought out cage. So I think it's about, let me first check that, the weight in a way that's kind of interesting. So it should be about 175 gramish, round and about. So that makes the camera heavier for sure. So it makes it like 500 and 600 something. But then with cage, of course, which brings us one step closer in a way to the FX3. So let's look at it. The different pictures. As you can see, there's a NATO rail on the side. I can do it like this, it's fine. So you can see there's a NATO rail there. So and you already see the HDMI clamp, which is part of the package. Now the nice part on the top, you can see that they made a clamp or a way to attach the cage to the lug of the camera to get it really tight. That's done on both sides, which is good. But of course, then you don't have the hole anymore for your strap. So you can see that they made new strap hole there. And then we got a cold shoe on this side, and we also have a cold shoe on the other side, as you can see. Now the top, I'm not sure, I have to look at it, but it also looks like it's NATO compliant. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it. And on this side and on the top side, you see that we have different holes for two parts. So one of them is for normal 1/4 holes for so you can put anything in there. But there are also probably holes for some ARRI connections, which we'll probably see in other pictures. Now the bottom side is again extended so that you get a little bit more pinky feeling. But more important, there is also ARCA plates built in, which is one of the reasons many people get these cages. And then this is the part that is different for the different orders. You can see that we have a grip here, and the grip is from a nice rubber, and they shaped it to the bigger cameras. If you don't like it, you can order one without. I will show that later quickly, but it's there. So let's look at the other pictures. So here we see the different views. So the top view, and like I said, yeah, I can now confirm this is also NATO top rail. You can see that they, and if you try to with your own hand on your camera, you can see that they did their best to keep all the buttons accessible. So you can see that the dial is still quite accessible. The on and off switch, and sorry, not the on and off switch, but the The switch for video and photo mode is quite, I don't think, reality that it's a change in behavior. And also the two front buttons, so the C1 and the record button, which most likely you will have reprogrammed. If you put your finger there, now let me show you. If you put your finger like this, you can see that the metal is running there. So it's still quite easy, in my opinion, to avoid that metal. So they did think about it a bit. You can also see the ARI hole there, see, including locating holes so that it fits in nicely and it doesn't twist. So let's look at the bottom. Now this is the downside, but this is what they did in this design. Because it's so small, you can see there's no real nice construction for the door. So it does extend a little bit to the grip part, which yeah, some people don't like it, some people are okay with it. But we have to remember that this is a cage, and if the cage already is quite usable in handhelding, that's already a plus. You can see the two screws that you can remove for the if you want to remove the handle. If you order the other one, then you don't get the handle. I am a bit worried, but I think there's just a drawing that the battery door flap doesn't open, but I think it's just in this weird design because I can't imagine that the door does not open. You can also see on the bottom that it has a locker place again, which is important because I at least want to hold my camera always upside down. So you want to have one connection here and one connection there, and not both at the top, because then it will bangle like this. If you do it like this, it will always go down, which is important for your screen. If you have it on your tummy, for example, on the side, it's better if you hold it that it yeah, sort of flips down. Then the side view, again, we see a NATO rail. A little bit lower, but also with sorry, a NATO wheel, 3 holes, and again an ARIA connector with 2 locating holes. And here you see quite well the construction that they made to secure to the camera, and both on the top, which I just already talked about, on the top and on the bottom you see a strap slot. In fact, I would prefer if Sony would have designed like this. And you can see quite nicely how the grip is sort of integrated with this. So let's go to the next picture quickly. So this is just, okay, they're here explaining. I asked them to put some extra comments there that also the B10 and the B1 work. I assume they do if I look at the spacing, but you can see that in this case they took the EMC, ECM wireless one and a flash, and they say that they still fit and work. Then this is the full cage. Not much to see, I guess, but if you want to see it, there it is. This is the back side. One thing I don't really am a big fan of is the hole that they created for, I'm not sure why it's actually there. It has a reason, but I don't particularly like it, but I will probably put a plug in there anyway. Some things about how to put it on tripods and gimbals. Just a picture to show you how you can integrate it into a small rig. No pun intended. And this is the HDMI connector. And the tool is again kind of included somewhere. I'm not sure if they actually showed us where the tool is. So I'm pretty sure there's one tool on the bottom. Where the other tool is hiding, I have no idea. But they're kind of hinting that the other tool is also probably hiding somewhere in the cage. So this is it. So you can pre-order. We can reload and see if somebody else had already pre-ordered while we are waiting. No. But you can see there's no videos, no comments yet. So they should, that's maybe still important. Estimated shipping on 20th of June. Most of the time they are correct. Not always, but most of the time. So there we find the dimensions. And a comment about the taxes that you might have to pay when it enters your country. So this is the smallrig cage for the ZV-E1. There are 2 other products, at least I'm hoping they are going to make 2 more products. I'm talking to them about them. So yeah, this was the end of the service announcement. And another 10 seconds and we are exactly at 10 minutes, as I predicted. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one. I will stop this at 10 minutes. Bye bye.